everybody, it's me James with Perkins Life 4 and another cooking video. I don't know whether or not y'all have heard of these before. Just it could be, I mean, sometimes I think up stuff my own, but sometimes it's because I hear it from somewhere else or something. But we're going to have pretzel dogs. And basically what pretzel dogs are is I'm going to make homemade pretzels, the dough and all that, and I'm going to show you how that's all done. But then I wrap it around a hot dog, and basically it's like a pig in a blanket, you know, but it's done with pretzel dough. It'll be a pretzel in a blanket, or a hot dog and a pretzel. So they're pretzel dogs. So don't follow my recipe on the dough that I'm fixing to make, because I don't follow a recipe. It's just something, I just know it by the way it looks. So basically what you're going to do is you're just going to get a regular white bread dough. So I'm going to be using flour, and I will have, you know, a little bit of salt in my flour, and then I'm going to have my yeast in the warm water with sugar, and I'll let that bloom up. And as soon as that's bloomed up, then I'll put it into my flour and salt mixture and stir that up, and then I'll either add water or add flour to the consistency of the dough that I want, and I'll let it rise. So basically this is just regular bread making off the bat. So I think, I don't know if you can see very good right here, or so basically what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get me, and I mean, I'll tell you the measurements close to what I can get. I'm going to get a cup of not hot water, but not warm water, somewhere right in between there. All right, I got my hot warm water here. I am going to add 1 packet of this instant yeast. So that's in there. And then I'm going to add sugar to this. And what sugar is that? That's 1/4 cup. So, and basically what I'm going to do is I'll add about probably, yeah, 1/4 cup of sugar. And then I'm just going to stir this around a little bit. I've seen it where people don't stir it. Some people do stir it. I like stirring mine up. I don't know if it helps or if you're supposed to do it that way. I don't know. It's the way I do it. So while that's frothing up, bubbling up, whatever, I got my bowl. Take my flour. And basically what I'm going to do is about that much flour. And so it's probably right about, let's see, maybe between 1/4 and 1/2 of a container. And take my salt, a little bit of salt. Put this on the mixer. I got my dough hook. And then what I'm going to do is I just like to just kind of stir that up a little bit. Not much. So we'll come back here, and it probably takes about a good 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe to get this stuff to bloom up. So we'll come back when that's ready. Alrighty, we're back. And if you can see, I've got a good froth going. So I'll just take this and just kind of stir it up a little bit. And if you are a baker or some type of a cook, and I'm doing it wrong, I know this. So, just the way I do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here. And then what I'll do is let's get you up here close. And I'm gonna go ahead and start that out on one so it's not slinging everywhere. And then I'll just slowly speed it up. A little bit too high, maybe. I'm gonna add a little bit more water to it. I added about a half a cup more water to it. I'm going to add a little bit more water. I know it'd probably be easier if I follow a recipe, but for some reason when I follow recipes, it really doesn't turn out very well. So I just eyeball everything. There's probably about another half a cup of water that I added, so. And all I'm doing is looking for a certain consistency that I know it's where I want it. And then once it gets to about this point where it starts gathering all together, I'm going to let this mix for like 5 minutes. What I'm going to do, we're about halfway through that 5 minutes, and this is when I add oil. I'm going to add Probably about a half a cup of oil to this. And I'm gonna let this go until it all mixes together. And eventually it does come back together. I know a lot of people think that you add the oil in the beginning, and I've tried that, but for some reason, I've always found it works well for me when I add the oil towards the very end of it. So I know this is all completely wrong, but this is the way my brain works. Alrighty, now what I'm going to do, this last little bit, I'm going to just take some cooking spray, and I just want to coat the outside a little bit so it doesn't stick on me. Lower that slowly. And then now, it's right where I want it. It's just right consistency. It's got the good stretch to it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna coat my bowl, and I'm just gonna take my dough and just kind of tuck in underneath. And then I'm gonna cover this with a towel, and I'm gonna take that towel and I'm gonna get it really hot with hot water, and I'm gonna wring it out really good, just like a little hand towel. And I'll lay this over top of this, and then I'll put this in kind of a warm place, and I'll let it sit for about an hour. So we'll come back here in an hour and we'll show you where we're at. Alrighty, it's been right about an hour, so let's check on our bread. Alright, did good, it puffed up really nice. So, what we're going to do now, take it out of the bowl. Just kind of knead it just a little bit, get some of that going a little bit. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I got 2 packages of hot dogs, and I got these hot dogs at Aldi's, but this was part of, or this whole video actually is part of that whole collaboration. I don't know why I keep calling it collaboration. This whole sponsored video with Andy over at One Wheel Pill, and y'all need to go check him out. He's got I think he's like 5 subscribers away now from hitting his mark of where he's going to give away that action camera. So, but yeah, so I got 2 packages of hot dogs. And then what I'm going to do, get rid of these real quick. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take, I don't know, probably, you said about golf ball size piece, you know. And then what I like to do is I like to just roll it out. And that beeping that you just heard is I've preheated my oven at 350. I've also got a a pot of boiling water on the stove, which I'll show you that here in a minute, what I'm going to do with that. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll this out. And I'm going to take my hot dog and I'm just going to wrap this around my hot dog. So then it looks like this. I'm going to set that off to the side. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap all these up. There's no point in you seeing me wrap every single one. Wrap them any way you want. If you want to just do one solid sheet. If you want to get creative, do that. Whatever it is. So we'll be back here in a little bit. Alrighty, I'm back. So here's what I've gotten done. Right there. And then I went ahead and did some just regular little sticks, I guess, you know, like breadsticks or whatever, because, you know, Tia doesn't like the hot dogs in the blanket, and Truck, sometimes he changes his mind whether or not he likes hot dogs or not. I don't understand that, but all right. So come over here real quick. I got my oven on, and I've got my water over here boiling. Alright, so what you're going to do with the water, I've got that water about halfway full, and it's a, what do they call that, like a rolling boil? And I'll put you up here in a minute so you can see it a little bit better. But I'm going to take baking soda, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple spoonfuls of baking soda, just heaping spoonfuls of baking soda in here. Do just another one real quick. There we go. Now, what that does is I'm going to take those pigs in a, currently right now they're pigs in a blanket. So I'm going to take those pigs in a blanket and I'm going to stick them in this water, and I will stick them in there. And as soon as they come back up and float, I'll pull them out. And I will put on, I've got some of this right here, which is kosher salt. Now you can go and buy pretzel salt. And I think kosher salt works just as good, and it's a whole lot cheaper. So that's what I use. So, okay, I'm going to go over there. I'm going to get you set up so you can see this a little bit better, and we'll be right back. Alright, so I'm set up now. I've got my pigs in a blanket. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop these in here. Just kind of stir them around a little bit. And what you're going to do is you're going to want these things to start floating. I've already got them all starting to float now, so I'm just going to go ahead and wait for them all to get floated. Floated. I don't know if floated. It's floated a word?
No.
Floated's not. Okay, floated is a word of mine. I'm going to use, see? Get a cooking lesson and words. So then I'm going to pull these out. And I put them right here on this little screen so I can get them to drip dry a little bit. So then what I'm going to do is take these. So they drip dried pretty well. So then I'm going to take my pan that I've greased up. Alright. And then I'm going to take my salt, because you want to do this fairly quick, because you want that salt to stick on that, onto that bread. And then that's kind of what it looks like. So I'm going to get to my next batch. Same thing. Put them in. Stir, make sure they're not sticking. Okay. We got a good float on them all. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw my breadsticks in. Yeah, you can make these look like pretzels. You can do the whole batch of just pretzels if you want. But I've tried doing the whole the pretzel thing, and I don't know, I just can't get it down. So I tell the boys that, oh no, it's better if they're sticks. You know, they don't know no better. You know. And I'll get these all on here. Let's get these sticks out. And you don't want to leave these in here too long, and you don't want your water to boil too much. Because I've tried, you know, and what'll end up happening is it just completely dissolves in the water. And I've had that happen before. I threw them in there and I had that water boiling like crazy, and then all of a sudden, poof, they were gone. So, but yeah, I'll make pretzels every once in a while for everybody. You know, pretzels are good. Put as much salt, little salt, whatever you want. So my oven's preheated up, so I'm gonna stick these in here. And I will bring you back when they're done. All right, we're back. And they're done. Let's try to get you a little close up here of them. There's my pretzel dogs. There's my pretzel sticks. So basically what we got is we got your pretzel, got your hot dog in it, got your salt on there, very hot, just came out. So me and Tyler are gonna eat the pretzel dogs. We're about the only ones that eat it. So get me some, get Tyler some. Now Atia and Truck will eat the just the regular pretzels. So, Tyler, come get your plate. Okay. Truck, come get a pretzel. Okay. You want a pretzel, right? Yeah. Okay, now let's go over there and check them out real quick. Alright. I had to make them hamburgers, so. Try your pretzel. Good, huh? Squeeze that pretzel so I can see how soft it is. See, it's like real soft and everything. All right, Tyler. Well, I can never get a good picture of you here because you're over there on the other side. Let's try to get you a good one. Hot. Pretty good. So they're hot, so be careful. It's good. So there we go. That is pretzel dogs. You could just make regular pretzels out of it, but use your own recipe for your bread. Don't follow my recipe because I'm sure it's completely wrong, but it's the way I do it. So thank you very much for stopping by. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to smash that like button. Share our video, spread us out there a little bit. Don't forget to comment down below if you have any questions. And I think that's it. So everybody tell bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Y'all have a great day, evening, whatever it is. Bye.